look, that leads us right into what the announcement just came out about another West Coast legend, RJ. He says that on September 14th, his final show will be at the Palladium. Now, I don't know what the details on final show are, if it's like final show in LA, final show performing, but he goes on to say, thank you to everybody who purchased tickets. I want to inform you that I will continue to release music, but this is my last show. So there's no context on to if he's ever performing again. But how we feel about this? This is obviously a West Coast legend. Is he
honestly
tired of it? Is he now thinking it's... What y'all feel?
I feel like he's just trying to get some last minute tickets off. That's my first thought process.
That's a cold like narrative to paint just to get sales for one show.
It was my first thought. It may not be true, but when I first seen it, I was like, he's probably just trying to sell some last minute tickets.
I don't think RJ can be done yet.
Yeah.
I think there's so much more that we have to hear from RJ. I don't think he could be done yet. Like
he says continue to release music, but it's my last time performing. I think is he trying to gain some exclusivity? I think, with a lot of people in LA now wanting to do their own shows and events and they're becoming successful, not in a bad way, but is he thinking like, man, it's watered down now? Let me step away from you being able to see me in person and gain some more value.
No.
That could be a perspective, but I don't see that being the perspective, but it is a lane.
Right.
When I saw this, and I say this respectfully because I don't wish for him to stop doing either performing or
Hell no.
recording music, but if anything, it should be the other way around. Whereas it's like, okay, I've done enough music, I'm going to just only perform. If you're going to make that type of decision. But I don't want him to make that type of decision at all because I'm looking forward to I'm Yo 4.
Yeah.
And I've been asking him to
and
release
then to
that since
perform
2022.
and then to actually perform
absolutely do an I'm Yo tour.
But I think maybe that's what he's
either.
Maybe that's what he's gauging up for, because there's a couple comments who say it's got to be a marketing tactic, and kind of like Scotty was saying, like a marketing ploy to do that, then disappear, and then pop out with a big event for the album. Because if he's gonna release an album, money wise, you got to go on tour.
He just had his best shows this year. His performance at the Pop Out was well spoken about. He just performed twice with Busta Rhymes at the Missy Elliott concert at Crypto Arena. So he's definitely on the road performance wise. So when I saw this post this afternoon, I was just thrown off, to be honest. I didn't even call him about it because I don't have time. I'm just
it shows her how these guys make money, so I can't see a world where
that's what I was
he's
saying,
not
especially when you drop a
performing.
project.
Yeah.
He's
such a great performer.
What's up, guys? Join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last year with the pickup game you could win by making sports picks. It's time to turn those takes into cash by going higher or lower on players. Stats like touchdown, receiving yards, interceptions, and much more. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Sign up now, deposit using promo code FMW to get up to 1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick, baby. Let's go, Underdog!
And I was about to say, RJ is such a phenomenal performer. Like, I really feel like when you see him step out on that stage, even how he, like, all that, it's like he embodies the West. You know what I'm saying? Specifically LA, RJ, Mr. LA. That's why it's so crazy to hear that I feel like there's a feeling. There's something happening inside that we don't necessarily know about, and it might just be a moment. Like either he's just a little jaded, like something irritated him, something frustrated him.
That's what I was
like an emotional outburst.
That's a thing. As a person, like specifically as an artist who's been dormant for a few years now, it happens. It happens. And
industry ain't the same.
Yeah, you don't make it. Some people announce it, some people don't. But we all have those feelings where it's like, fuck this, I'm cool for right now. Like I'm not in it for this. I'm not in it for that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make content. I don't want to do TikToks. I don't want to do this.
Yep.
I just want to make my music. Yep. And that might be what we're seeing happen here, because as a performer, the stage presence is so crazy. It's like, how could you take that away from the people? Yeah. Especially if you're going to keep making music. They deserve to see that side of you as well, because it goes hand in hand.
Yeah, it's like a little mini stage retirement. And I think he's going to get back. He got to get the love for it. There's a growth and evolution in artists when they go project to project. And maybe he's just in that mindset of like, that's not my attention right now. I don't need all the attention and the glorification. Let me put in my work before I pop back out. So it could be commendable. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, obviously we all hope that he still continues to give us content and show his face places, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a legend. Like I said, I knew he's one of the other ones I knew about before I even moved out here.
For sure. And can't wait to see how that show goes, because I know it's going to be good.
The 14th, it's going to be insane.
Maybe.
No. If it's his last performance, damn, that was an adamant no.
RJ unfollowed us, so I'm not too fond of RJ.
Because of an unfollow.
What happened?
So why are you that sensitive?
What happened?
What happened? What you do to RJ?
Shout out RJ,
but you just said, hold on, let me dissect this.
I mean,
you just said you're not going to go to the show, which is
so what if I go to the show,
that's his prerogative.
If I go to the show, that's me doing what for him, supporting him, right?
But that's also
him unfollowing him is him not supporting me.
How did you notice he unfollowed you, Scotty?
Because he commented and said I'm unfollowing because of something I said, which is fine.
Oh, so it was a direct altercation more so than just an unfollow. So you don't feel no way just because he unfollowed you.
He
said something to you.
Thing?
Tell both
Said what?
sides.
You talked about the little march thing he be doing?
No. I said something about like CPNs is how niggas be getting houses or some shit like that, and he was like,
was this a post you made?
Yeah. And he didn't like it, so he unfollowed, which is fine.
Yeah, that's his prerogative.
But I don't necessarily.
So now, okay, this is just a good narrative I want to know. So now, because of that action, because he didn't agree with a post that you made with the sense of just gaining traction, how do you feel about now no longer supporting artists who you feel is dope or who you like or no longer want to see him perform? Like now you have a jaded idea of what you thought about this man previously just because of a disagreement with your job, right? That's your job. That's not your. That wasn't your.
I mean, it's how.
I mean, right, it's how I make
rapper
money.
is more personal. They're more personable. That's like he's him on and off the stage. Whereas he's doing a job by making these posts. Where I feel like when Scotty's not on the internet, that may not necessarily be who he is on a day-to-day basis. He's doing what his job is.
For example,
so are you? I just want to say, like, do you feel like that fucks up your relationship, or like is that how you're gonna treat the business with how you feel about people you really fuck with if they don't fuck with you as a business?
I mean, again, like he's having a show. We posted RJ's having a show, right? As the corporation of business, but I'm not gonna physically go do that because you showed me that you don't really fuck with us
as a business. But then he said,
I said it as a personality, and he didn't fuck what I said, and so he unfollowed us because of what I said. No. And my biggest issue with it was, and I guess I'll say it here, is like, I said what I said, and you may not agree with it, but at the end of the day, like, a CPN is a legal apparatus that people use in a legal way, right? But then when I go listen to your music, we're talking about selling drugs, hoes, bitches, and all that type of shit. And I don't see the difference in that. You know what I mean? How you could look down on me saying
by that versus what you're talking about. So
it's like if we're putting that out, we should at least like don't downplay or look down on me or say you don't rock with me because of this. But it's like the subject matter of what we put in our music every day is not beneficial to our culture.
Rap about that now too.
I would have to see what you posted to form a real opinion on that.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
But I was gonna say, for example,
I was just wondering because that could change relationships.
At the Kayla for concert recently, I walked up. I was trying to introduce myself to Dom.
Mm-hmm.
He looked me dead in the eye, kept walking. Granted, he did get an F on the most recent report card.
Mm-hmm.
I still had my fat ass up at that Dom Kennedy concert wearing a Dom Kennedy shirt, get home safely, his face on the front, get home safely on the back of the shirt, recording, screaming my lungs out to his lyrics because I don't take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned not to take it personal though. You know I have took things personal in my life. But I'm learning and trying my best to not take things personal. Like he didn't want to meet me. Whatever. I played his music in the car on the way home that night.
Right.
Did not take it personal at all.
The difference in this situation is you gave him a F just off of what you graded his music. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything to RJ about RJ. I made a statement about something that happens in the real world. And then he made that decision.
So if that didn't happen, would you have went to this show? Yeah, you pop out to everything, right?
Especially if it's his last show.
To be fair, all of the concerts I go to, thank you to our partners at Live Nation, come from Live Nation, so I don't pay for them. But if they would have gave it to me for free, yeah, I'd probably went. I like RJ, but I'm not finna pay money and support you, and if you don't support me.
I wouldn't have a lot of people to support if I thought like that, but I'm not thinking you're wrong for that.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're entitled to that. But I'm just
especially
saying,
just being in the media space. It's not like he didn't.
It's
not like he fucked with you as a person. You're doing a personal post, and then it was like.
So like now after this, if he saw this and he was like, "Yeah, I don't fuck with Scotty officially," now it's like I understand it, but I didn't understand it in that moment because I'm like I didn't say anything any different than the rappers that say the shit just over a beat. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I fuck with it. I get all sides. Well, I get what you're saying. I do.
Yeah. Well, we were speaking about Twitter and everything and engaging on